Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Wednesday, August 21st, 2024, meeting of the Lake Havasu City Planning and Zoning Commission. Would you please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Susanna Ballard.
Present.
Commissioner Joan DeZuro.
Here.
Commissioner Paul Lair.
Here.
Vice Chair Tiffany Wilson.
Here.
Commissioner Lonnie Stevenson.
Here.
Commissioner J.P. Thornton. Chair Jim Harris.
Here.
Commissioner Gabrielle Medley.
Here.
Commissioner David Diaz.
Here.
Commissioner Mary Costa.
All right. We have a full complement, so no need for alternates today. Correspondence and announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to start with the City Council meeting on August 13th. The three text amendments that the Planning Commission heard previously on July 17th were approved by Council, and there's a 30-day wait period before they take effect, but I believe they're going to have a significant impact on small lot development. The Bahama Avenue Major General Plan Amendment and the Bahama Avenue Rezone projects, which were put forward to Council, were pulled a week before they were due to be heard. Not permanent. This was a temporary pull so they could continue to study their project in light of the comments that were received from the public. So we'll be coming back to Council in September at some point. We just don't know when yet. So, and that's all I have at the moment. I have some news later at the end of the meeting regarding upcoming meetings. So,
Okay.
that's it.
Minutes of the last meeting. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections by commissioners? Anybody at all? I'll entertain a motion.
Chairman,
Mr. Diaz.
make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I'll second the motion.
And we have a motion by Mr. Diaz, a second by Ms. Wilson to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Any further discussion? Hearing none, let's go ahead and vote.
The motion passes 7-0.
Okay, let me just start by stating that this is a public hearing and there is a structured order to the proceeding. The city staff will present each item. There will be time for the commission to ask questions of the staff, and then the applicant will have the opportunity to present their case to the commission. That being done, we will then open the proceeding to the public for their questions and input. I would ask that anyone in the public that wishes to speak limit their trips to the podium and microphone to one only. Keep all comments to less than 5 minutes, and to stay on point and not discuss subject matter that is not pertinent to the decision being considered here today. After public testimony is taken, I will then close the public hearing and bring the motion back to the table for city staff's conditions, discussion amongst the commission, and eventually a motion to approve or disapprove. The first item on today's agenda is ID 24-4423. This is a request for a minor general plan amendment revising the future land use map designation for a portion of 2540 Plaza Hermosa, tract 2315B, block 1, lot 3A, approximately 1,054 square feet from open space and park, OSP, to low density residential, LDR. Mr. Kearns, your presentation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The subject property is located on Saratoga Avenue, or between Saratoga Avenue and Bahia Hermosa. The property abuts Lake Havasu Golf Course. The property owner purchased an abutting portion of property from the golf course and tied it to their residential property earlier this year, resulting in the property having both open space and park and low density residential land uses. This request is to change the future land use designation of the old golf course portion of the property from open space and park to low density residential, so it will match the balance of the residential lot to permit residential uses and accessory structures that would not otherwise be allowed on the golf course portion of the property. The applicant's letter of intent asks to amend the city's general plan future land use map for the subject property from open space and park to low-density residential to facilitate development in the newly acquired area for residential use in the existing residential estates district. The general plan amendment is the first step in this process. A rezone application for the property immediately follows this general plan amendment request. The proposed amendment is in conformance with many goals and policies within the city's general plan. This item will be scheduled to be heard by the City Council at its September 24th, 2024 meeting. I'll be happy to answer any questions, and the applicant is also here today.
Any questions of staff by commissioners? Okay, hearing none. Is the applicant present? Please state your name for the record.
Good morning, commission members and staff. Name is Stuart Schmeling, Schmeling. I'm here on behalf of the Buckles, the property owners. I read the staff report, well, both staff reports, and it seems like this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just really here to see if you have any questions.
Any questions of the applicant? Thank you, Mr. Schmeling. Okay, this is a public hearing. If there is anybody in the audience who wishes to speak on this item, either pro or con, now is the time to do it. Anybody at all? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing portion of this meeting and bring it back to the table. Are there any conditions by staff for this application? Any additional conditions?
There are not.
Okay. Well, then we are at the table for discussion and or a motion by commissioners. Anybody?
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Ballard.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the request for a minor general plan amendment revising the future land use map designation for a portion of 2540 Plaza Hermosa, tract 2315B, block 1, lot 3A, for approximately 1,054 square feet from open space and park, OSP, to low-density residential, LDR.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Ballard, a second by Ms. Zuro to approve ID 244423 as stated. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, let's go ahead and place our votes. My screen is not cooperating. Oh, there we go.
The motion passes 7-0.
Okay. The next item, which pertains to this particular property as well, item number ID 244425, a request to rezone a portion of 2540 Plaza Hermosa, tract 2315B, block 1, lot 3A, approximately 1,054 square feet from golf course GC to residential estates RE zoning district for the portion that was purchased from the golf course. Mr. Kearns, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the same property from the previous item, but in regard to the zone change. This request is to rezone the old golf course portion of the property from golf course to residential estates so it will match the balance of the residential lot. This will permit the property owner to use the added golf course land for residential uses and accessory structures that would not be permitted in the current zoning. The rezone will allow the property owner to apply the residential estate's building setbacks and uses to the entire combined property. This rezone request complies with the required findings of the development code. This item will also be scheduled to be heard at the City Council meeting on September 24th, 2024, and I'll be happy to answer any further questions.
All right. Do we have any questions of staff by commissioners? Anybody at all? Mr. Diaz.
Just a quick statement to get on the record. This has been done numerous times. It's nothing new. I just want to get that on the record because some people might say we're taking certain lots and we're rezoning them without going to the general plan. This has happened a few times to give these lots the ability to build what they need to build along the golf course there, and the golf course is willing to sell them the 10 extra feet. That's it.
All right. Any other comments? All right. Is the applicant here? Please state your name for the record.
Yes, Stuart Schmaling again. I have nothing further to add. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Any questions of Mr. Smaling? All right, thanks, Stuart. Okay, this is a public hearing. If there's anybody in the audience that wishes to speak on this item, anybody whatsoever, pro or con, now is the time. Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing portion, bring it back to the table for additional conditions, if any. Mr. Kearns, any conditions?
There are no staff recommended conditions.
Okay. We are at the table then for discussion and or a motion by commissioners. Anybody?
I'd like to make a motion
Ms. Ballard.
that we approve the request to rezone a portion of 2540 Plaza Hermosa, Tract 2315B, Block 1, Lot 3A, approximately 1,054 square feet from Golf Course GC to Residential Estates RE District for the portion that was purchased from the golf course.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Ballard, a second by Ms. Zuro to approve ID 244425 as stated. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, let's call for the question.
The motion passes 7-0.
Congratulations and good luck. All right, this is time for call to the public. If there's anybody in the audience that wishes to address the commission on any subject whatsoever, we cannot interact or respond, but this is the time. Is there anybody who would like to address the commission? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public, call to the public. Future meetings.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Labor Day weekend meeting, a couple days after on September 4th, is canceled. So that's probably going to be helpful with anyone that has last end of summer vacations plan. And the September 18th Planning Commission meeting, we are uncertain and we'll have to let you know as we get closer to the meeting date if that meeting's going to have items or be canceled. So at the present time, we're canceled for 9/4 and not sure on 9/18.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. We are adjourned.